Some of you may find it hard to believe what I'm about to say, and that is that I need to, and I'm in the process of ramping up my seriousness of this business another notch. And I say you may find it hard to believe because, here's a guy that's, traded, almost every day for the past couple of years, and 99% of the days over the past decade, and you'd think that a guy who does that and who blogs every day and teaches a little bit and you name it would already be pretty serious about this, and I'm telling you that I'm going to ramp it up another notch. It has come to it's come to my realization that doing what I'm in the process of doing, and that's moving to trading block sizes and moving to really trading what is now a multi-million-dollar account with the goals that I have is just requiring a level of seriousness and a level of laser focus that I think has been lacking, at least based on my expectations. And so I'm making a few changes, and I'm also realizing that there are a lot of people that reach this point in their trading career, and I touched on this a little bit last year when I made the announcement that I was going to do this. I really had a couple of I had a lot of choices, but I had a couple of main choices. One of which was just keep doing what I was doing and trade modest size, and you're good at that, and just keep at it, or really push yourself to that next what I keep referring to as block trading level. A lot of folks have tried to do this, and I believe actually Dr. Brett in his first book he talks about when he tried to make the change. A lot of traders try and don't make it. Similar to a lot of traders that go on from managing their own funds that they do quite well to managing other people's money, which is again completely different mindset. A lot of traders that have challenges with that, and some of whom have blown up. And that's one of the reasons, by the way, I don't trade other people's money, is because I'm very comfortable with my own risk tolerance level. I know who my client is. The shareholder meetings are brief, right? And I know my risk profile, so and I know where to point the finger when things go wrong, and so I'll probably never change that. But again, in terms of moving this to that next level, I see now why people stay in their comfort zone without making the move, or B, try it and don't do it well. And of course, there are those that have crossed the threshold, and that's the group that I will be a part of, and that I'm working toward joining. And in terms of the cute little Star Trek quiz we did earlier today, the idea, and some of you actually figured that out, the idea was Slingshot. And to me, and it was a great visualization for me personally, because really what I'm doing right now is I've decided to leave my previous comfort zone. And I'm going, if you're familiar with the sci-fi principle, the idea is that you get close enough to a planet or a sun, and you get enough gravitational pull where you're heading really fast, and then you can whip around, and by the time you slingshot around, you're doing time travel and that kind of thing. Well, the idea right now being that I'm really close to that sun. I'm getting singed at times. I can feel it in my eyebrows. I'm going through a bit of a metamorphosis with the change that I'm making. And by the way, this is not an exaggeration. This is not Don saying, "Oh, woe is me," and that kind of thing. This is reality for me. But the idea is that I've made the decision to take some heat in order to push through and slingshot to where I expect to be and where I will be. And so it's a process that just requires more seriousness than even what I put into this. Everything from the massage, the managing of energy, and oh, by the way, note to self, let's do that later in the week and not at the beginning of the week, as much as I enjoyed it last night. I did not enjoy being a little bit late to work this morning and lacking some adrenaline and testosterone and all that kind of stuff. So to my coach out there, I'm going to do it, okay, but I have to adjust the timing a little bit. I'm also changing some of my reporting, my daily reporting, how I'm viewing my capital balances. And I've spent some time, those of you that trade with trading technologies and TT, and X-Trader, I should say, may or may not know, but that there's a feature there that you can have data from your P&L and data from the market in terms of even market prices. Feed Excel automatically, live, up to date, up to the minute. And so I'm working through some reporting enhancements so that I can be laser focused on those components that I need to be focused on. Okay. And I'm also looking back at some of my trading in terms of and a lot of you guys are probably telling me that you've told me on and on not to trade the DAX. It's my Moby Dick. It's something that I refuse not to let it conquer me. But what happens is that my focus gets shifted from that certainly, and or to that from some other trading vehicles like ES and like Euro stocks, where I can really sink my teeth into, and the days for me of trading 30 ES or 6 to 10 DAX contracts, I mean, those days are gone. And so I've really got to focus on putting the capital to use, putting the multi-million-dollar account here. And hitting those sweet spots, and again, in terms of laser focus, there are only typically 1 or 2 times over the course of a day where you're going to have that sweet spot. MATDs, morning after trend days, you're going to have some oscillations. There'll be some opportunities, but some of those it's tough to get the size on. That's a change that I'm making. So I just want to share that with everybody. What else is going on here? We're still going to do the video, by the way, the live TV tomorrow, Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. I think it will talk for a half hour or so, and I'll do the same thing I did last time. I'll load it on the blog at about 4 o'clock, and you can go there, or you can go to the ongoing site, which is livestream.com/DonMillerTV, and that's always playing a pre-recorded deal. But there will be either way, you can come in at either one of those, and we'll kick things off there. And I figure what I'll talk about a little bit is the status of the CME Lisas. For all you folks out there that poo-poo these leases and think that these locals, who the hell are they, and all that kind of thing, and what's Miller doing with his lease, and no one else can do that kind of thing. The prices have come down so much now that the break-even number of contracts required to justify the lease is about 50 a day. So I'm going to talk about that in New York as well, but we'll give you a little bit of a preview tomorrow. So we'll talk about that a little bit. What else? I guess that's really all I had. Just some continued ramping up of everything at this end. Focus being among the main one, managing energy, that kind of thing. So thanks for all of you folks that had some fun with the Star Trek poll today. Hope that helps. Have a great night. Catch you later.